Hi, I'm Kate. Welcome to the Heart's Frontier. If you are new, then please make sure you like and subscribe if you do like this video, so that you can hear more from me and stay up to date with things. And if you are returning, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. I'm loving the little community so far, building towards greater healing in ourselves and connecting in a real way. That's really been the theme of a lot of messages I've been getting, receiving this week. Additionally, I'm hearing be brave. Be brave in the direction of your heart is what I'm hearing. Okay, so I've pulled already this morning a soul retrieval card here. And I've actually been talking about soul retrieval with a few different people. I will do a video on it very soon. I do think it's something that I'd like to start letting people know, how it works. And it's really my favorite thing to do of all the different work that I do is soul retrieval. And it's certainly where I've received the most help along my journey and the most gifts, definitely. So soul retrieval, I'm going to read the message again. Lovely Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. It's one of my favorites. Okay, soul retrieval is a practice that helps you recover a part of yourself, your energy, your enthusiasm, or your innocence that you have lost. At first, we'll use soul retrieval to recover from our hurts and heal our childhood wounds. Later, we journey to recover our original nature, the self that never left the Garden of Eden, who still speaks to the rivers, to the trees, and to God. When we return to Eden, we are whole again. So I love that. This is about feeling one with everything, one with all the world around us, that creation, right? What is created. I'm also feeling like there's like a lot of fire with this group today. Whoever's watching this video feels like, yes, part of you is feeling like you've lost some of yourself along the way, along your journey in life. And at the same time, you're feeling quite angry about that. It feels like it's like things aren't fair, like nothing's fair. Whatever happened to me, I wish it didn't, So we have Ishtar here, boundaries. Ishtar. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. So this does feel about making space for you and what you need to do for yourself in your healing journey. It feels like also part of this boundaries piece is about, you're saying, I'd like to bring back some of this healing, some of these parts of myself. I need to rediscover, redefine, and uncover myself again. And so in order to do that, you actually need to be free from anything which is adding to that pile of you not feeling like yourself. So it's time for you to start chasing with this fiery energy instead of focusing on others or focusing on situations or focusing on the past and whether or not something was justified to you. It's important for you to actually be seeking forward and looking for ways to define your own self, by things that make you feel like yourself and alive. So if you're going to do any reflecting on the past, please do so in a way which is simply just to uncover, where have I felt really like myself? Where have I felt like my guard is down? Like I feel whole. You might be thinking of nature or specific people in your life that have allowed you to feel that way, or spaces or activities, right? It might be a hobby or something that makes you feel so like yourself. I know for me, something that really helps me is when I'm in nature and doing some sort of physical work. And so when I am feeling a little bit off, like I make sure that I'm getting outside and at least moving my body, or I go and lift something heavy to make me feel like, you've put that good effort forth. Fellow travelers, it says support is all around you. So I am feeling as though if there are people who really help you feel like yourself, it's good to be reaching out to them at this time in earnest, so that you can do more of your own soul growth. So you're not expecting them to do anything for you, but you're allowing yourself to feel like yourself. And I say this often to clients, it's hard to calibrate and match an energy which you've not been around. So if you're trying to return to yourself but it's been a while, it's hard to calibrate to that when you're not sure what that is that you're trying to match. Same way if you've had a lot of negative challenges around you, or if your attitude has been negative, it's hard to then just be positive if a lot of your friends, right, are in a negative headspace. It's very hard to calibrate to just being positive. Like, how do you do that? Your body almost isn't used to it. It feels like a shock. Also seeing volcano and volatility. So this is where some of that fire energy is coming from, I think, where I'm feeling as though if you do not heed your own personal boundaries and start finding yourself, you might start acting out of, aggression or frustration, irritation with people. And that's not a side of yourself that you actually like, right? So you don't really want to be showing that, because you'd rather it not impact someone else and hurt someone else, right? Of course. So I'm getting Psychic Insight, Odin. This card has come out recently, so if you pulled one of those decks, this might be further validation. This message is for you today. It says, your third eye is open, see truth for what it is, and follow your intuition. Some of this anger I'm feeling, dropped a card. Some of this anger that I'm feeling, that you've had resentment towards others or towards situations in your life not working out well, I believe that you're now starting to face the truth for what it is. And it doesn't matter now how that stuff went, as far as what is going to impact your future. So you can walk towards whatever future it is you're looking to get to. And that's the truth you're seeing right now, is you're realizing that, yes, that stuff is all true, that happened, and that is your past. And these are these, challenges you've faced. But at this point, you are able to start now moving forward and seeing that your life is yours and you can move through it as you please. Okay. This card. Ooh. Gates of Triumph. Success expands in your life. That's a very nice message. I'm glad I went to retrieve that for you. Retrieval. Okay. Faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, and see the light in the world. So I am feeling with this group here who's listening to this message, some of these, and I'm going to say atrocities, some of the atrocities that have happened in your life have sort of had you questioning whether to have faith in goodness in the world in general. And I can understand feeling the burden here. I can understand where that might be coming from. And also, I would just like to invite you to understand that you actually have been doing so much healing here, and you're very close to having a real true sense of faith again and trust again in the goodness of things. Feels like it's kind of been going in and out. You've been, some days, you feel that, some days you don't. Then we have Green Tara, Supreme Protection. You are protected, cords are being cut, move beyond limitation, and trust. So any of the boundaries that are around you that were perceived, you're being asked to release them. So if you felt as though you were very limited, it's time for you to start seeing how much is actually there at your disposal, ready for you to just soak in the goodness I'm hearing. And thinking of soaks, you might actually want a bath or something if you've been feeling a little bit like dense, stuck energy lately. Taking a bath and allowing yourself really to feel true and feel like yourself. Water is one of those very stabilizing things in life, because in our body, that's how we release things, right? That's how we actually pass things through our system. Water is that element which helps us feel cleansed and feel refreshed in that sense. And also it's very pivotal because when we were in the womb, and we were floating in a substance that is, it feels like when we're in water, or you're suspended in water, it's that weightlessness that we actually crave that comforts us from before we were actually born into the world. So autumnal equinox release. So that's great, because that's exactly what I'm just saying here. Validation to the fact that this releasing time is upon you now and is important, and you're ready for it as well. We have vigilance, stone people, but here I'm getting really drawn to the clouds. And so like allow things just to pass by, allow this ticker tape of negativity or critique that has been going on, allow it to just pass by. It's like you're zoning out. I don't know if you watch the news, but I am seeing like that, like CP24, like ticker tape across the bottom of the screen type thing. and being reminded that you do not need to read those things. Like, you're welcome to, that's not actually specifically about the news, but whatever this negative critique line that's like sort of been an undertone in your mind, you don't need to pay attention to it. It's just going to continue doing that, and you can listen to another part of your mind. It's totally fine. You can go watch the weather, right? There's all these different parts of the screen. That's a funny analogy. Shaman, ancient healing wisdom. I do feel with the people who are watching this, you have like a very much a deeper calling to help others in this world. And part of this challenge you've been experiencing is feeling as though you don't have the right, you don't have the energy, you can't rise above the circumstance in order to get to that place of helping people. But I just want to remind you that you're so close, and you do not need to be fully healed. No one is. You don't need to be fully healed to go and give to others and to find yourself again. And in fact, it actually behooves you to find yourself first, because that is the place of true energy that you're going to be coming from, and full energy. You're going to feel much more vibrant, much more full of spirit, and you're full of yourself. Maybe you've actually had some confidence issues, and so you need to be full of yourself a little bit more. That's funny. Rain and purification. So definitely getting this call towards water, cleansing, revitalizing your spirit, feeling as though you've refreshed and released things. Yes, so I'm going to pull another angel card here for this oracle message. I'm not sure what I'm going to call this one yet. The final boundaries. And then we have answered prayer. So everything that you've been wanting for in this time of heavy challenge and strife is on its way, going to be answered for you. What a lovely way to end off this oracle message. So thank you so much, and hope to cross paths with you again soon, either here or in the world some way. And enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are.